Hello everyone, this is Gruesome Herzog, Season 12, Episode 17. We're going to talk about a film today that I seen about a year and a half ago, and I went back and rewatched it again to get a big refresher before I reviewed it. And the movie's called Crawl in 2019. Wow. Here's the storyline. A young woman, while attempting to save her father during a Category 5 hurricane, finds herself trapped in a flooding house and must fight for her life against alligators. Wow. I said it again. Directed by Alexandre Aja. Written by Michael Rasmussen and Sean Rasmussen. Here's the cast. Kea Scodelario as Haley. Barry Pepper as Dave. Mortified Clark as Beth. Ross Anderson as Wayne. Jose Palma as Pete. George Sommer as Marv. Anson Boone as Stan. And the cast goes on. You know, I said wow twice. Now, I mentioned in my earlier review on Great White that the Great White Sharks movies are a dime a dozen. I really can't say that about alligator movies. There's a lot of crocodile movies, but this movie is a complete different spin on a alligator adventure horror movie, action movie, whatever. You have a young woman, as I stated, Haley, comes home to visit her dad, I guess, right before or during the start of a Category 5 hurricane. Now, this had to come from somewhere, because I can see this happening, to where there's a hurricane, Florida, however, that would bring the alligators to your house, because now we have flooding, and so forth. So this movie has pretty much of an actual possibility. Now, when a movie does that to me, I'm very, very interested in how this movie's going to turn out. Now, I know it's been out for quite a while, but I'm not going to go into full detail about the movie because, you know, people like me who's reviewing it now, but there's people who probably have not seen it yet. So I don't want to blow it away too much. But what I can say is she comes home, her dad's house is starting to flood. He's down in the basement. So obviously that's the worst place to be during a flooding, you know. And then she goes in the house and she's trying to find him. Oh, she finds him. But it must have been a problem. He was down in the basement. It's been a little while since I saw it, so I'm trying to remember parts of it. So she goes down in the basement, and then all of a sudden things start to change. Alligators start coming into the basement. That's pretty fucking creepy. Now, I think what makes this movie, and most of these movies, is they make the alligator more aggressive and more angrier than what they actually are, if you know what I mean. So now they're in this house, you get alligators, they have to try and get away from the alligators. There's a lot going on in this film. One of the scenes I thought was pretty cool was outside, to where now it's flooded. So people are coming, cops and all, da-da-da. And then they're not understanding that it's not just flooded waters. There's actually alligators in the water. So the alligators are picking them off one by one. This movie was shot very well. It better be for the budget. Alexandre Aja was also the director of the remake of The Hills Have Eyes. So there's money there. And I understand that. It was nominated, had 5 nominations. But it's a well put together film. It was a different story for an alligator that I thought was pretty cool. So that being said, definitely check this out. It's action from start to finish. And I won't tell you the ending, obviously, because I want you guys to see it if you haven't seen it. That being said, this is Gruesome Herzog. I give this film an 8.5 out of 10. I did find this film very interesting, and I could watch it again. That being said, this is Gruesome Herzog, and I'm out of here.